actually recorded this full video already, but I think it was a little bit too technical, as you can see from the drawings. I'm going to do it one more time and make it a little bit more easy. But I really want to have you understand this concept, because I think it's one of the most important things when looking at your agency, like what to optimize for. Do I get in more clients, or do I work on my systems and basically, scale that way, right? Because you can scale either by having more revenue, or you can scale by having higher margins. And in this video, I want to talk to you about why I think actually focusing more on margins makes a lot of sense for a lot of agencies. But basically, one key concept you need to understand first is that agency as a business model is basically labor arbitrage. So you as an agency, you as an agency are selling labor at a discount, and you're buying it from somewhere, right? So the alternative to hiring your agency would be to hire an in-house team, right? So if they hire an in-house team, they know the market rate for a video editor, for an SDR, for a media buyer. They know the market rates. The thing is, what you are basically doing is, buying that labor and then selling it to them at a discount. So you're doing arbitrage, right? If you don't know what arbitrage means, it means you buy it in one market, you sell it in another market. So you buy it for one, and then you buy, and then you sell for, let's do $3. That is basically what arbitrage is. So that's what you're doing as an agency. You're buying for $1, you're selling for $3. Does that mean that you are only working with like VAs and stuff? Could be. It could be that VAs, so you buy the labor cheap, and then you just sell it high. You could do that. So you could do like buy it cheap, sell high. I would say that's like geo arbitrage, where maybe like a company in your market, they will not be as, let's say, comfortable with hiring maybe like people from India, that kind of stuff. So some company does it, and then they hire it out through a Western company, right? Like you see this a lot with, call centers, support, whatever, that kind of stuff. So this is one way of doing labor arbitrage. And this is definitely something I would recommend for your agencies. I would always recommend hiring like a VA type of position as your first employee at your agency, because it's low risk, it doesn't cost as much, and it gets you exposure, to how can you work with people. But I would argue that actually the arbitrage that you're doing inside of your agency, it's a little bit different. So you're buying on the one hand for the $1 sign, so a little bit lower. You're buying people and their time, people's time, to work on a problem that you sell for more. But the thing is, this dollar sign, it's not absolute, right? The thing you're buying at a discount is a piece of this person's time. So let me slice it down. So you buy someone full-time for, let's say, $4K a month. Then they will have the ability to help 10 clients, okay? And then you sell it for, let's say, 3. So that's 10 clients will net you, well, it's probably more than 3, right? So this ratio is actually not correct. It would rather be, 10 clients paying 3K, so you will have 30K. So you have like a, what's that, like 8 or something, multiple 8x around that, multiple on a little bit less, right? That's 32, but what's that, like 7 to 8x, multiple on the labor you buy, because you split it up in different pieces. So what gives your person the ability to split their time into 10 different pieces to get from 4K in value for me to 30K in sold value? Well, the difference is systems. All right. So if you think about it, if let's say my client would hire my account manager directly and they will place it in their company, they will also get a multiple on that labor, but they will not get this multiple because they don't have the developed systems I have on how to do cold outreach. In my case, right, I have a lead generation agency doing 7 figures a year. We have these systems down to a T, and that's the thing that the clients will not have, and that's also the thing why they're buying the results from me, because they cannot get this multiple. So all of this to say, the total value you create at your agency will be the labor you buy and the systems that you multiply it with, because that one person, just them, no systems, they couldn't get the total value created in the marketplace that you sell to your clients. So this is like the retainers, right, that you collect, like the performance fees you collect. That is the total value you create by labor times systems. And this is also why you don't want to only work, right, like so many online guys, they seem to think they can only work with like VA type employees, right? So they build like a team of 20 VAs, but inside of labor you also have like time times skill. So if you hire a VA, like I don't want to assume too much, but like usually there might be a little bit lower skilled than if you hire from the United States, from Canada, from Europe. The skill is going to be higher, so the overall labor output will be better quality. So you don't want to only hire VAs, you also want to hire just regular employees for your company as well, or maybe already skilled contractors, right? Could also be a thing. They're more skilled, so maybe you buy less time, but they're better skilled, so there's more output. But all of this to say, this part, the systems part, this is where actually the leverage comes in, because when you think about it, systems are things as SOPs, right? You write out your SOP. In the SOP, it says what some employee must do every day, or every, if they encounter this problem, they should do it this way. And systems are one of the only things, actually, one of the only points of like leverage beyond labor. Because if I don't want to get sidetracked too much, but if you know the leverage pyramid, you have like it's like codes plus media, and then it's like capital, and then it's like labor. So this is like how much leverage is something, and the higher up, so code plus media, that's like the best thing, that's like Facebook, and the lower down, the less. But as an agency, unfortunately, you're in that lower category with labor mostly. But systems are like a way, like in a way, they're like media or code, right? You record videos, you set up procedures, you build automations in Make and stuff. So you would get higher up on that pyramid, so you would get better leverage. So, leverage in your business. And this is what I did at my company, all right? So we scaled to 7 figures, like I said, but we remained very, very profitable because we had built in leverage in the form of systems. So not for every 2 clients I had to hire a new person, because labor is the worst form of leverage. It's very expensive to hire people, you need management costs, etc. Instead, I relied a lot on systems to build leverage, and then systems are basically, because of that, systems are basically your profit in your agency. So I hope this video makes sense. It's a bit of a tough topic to completely explain. It's quite theoretical, but I wanted to do this video because I think focusing only on selling more and attracting more clients and more clients and more clients, or only focusing on hiring 20 VAs to send thousands of Facebook DMs, that's not really how you build an agency. You want to build the systems in the back end so you can really fulfill very well for your clients, right? Because systems and automation, they allow for standardized procedures, and that usually results in better results for the clients, better retention, etc. But it's the best way to scale an agency, as opposed to doing all of these unscalable things on the front end, and then I need 200 discovery calls this month. You don't need 200 discovery calls for an agency, okay? You need 20 calls. You need to close a good percentage of them, let's say 20%. You close 4 new clients, all paying you 3 to 5K a month, and then they don't leave for the next 12 months. You have a great business on your hands, especially if you have your systems down, because that will be your profit. So yeah, basically just a quick rant on this topic. Might be a bit technical, but I hope I got the point across, and hope to see you all in the next one. Also, one more thing I forgot to say. So if you want my help building out your systems, hiring, all that kind of good stuff too, so you can have a high cash flowing agency business without, being in agency jail, being on client calls all day, getting, basically your agency serving you as opposed to the other way around. Well, check out the description. I got a couple links in there on how I can help, and see you all in the next video.